So we're out and about with Brainzooming doing another video guest blog today with Alex Greenwood, who I met through Twitter, and we've gotten to know each other pretty well. Alex has got his own public relations firm going now, Alexander G. Public Relations, but interestingly enough, wrote an ebook, Pilot's Cross, that is pretty interesting, the story about where he wrote it and how he wrote it. And we're talking about creativity in public, and I know Alex wrote a lot of the book at a Starbucks here in Kansas City. So we're just talking, Alex, what does it do for you in terms of creativity, being out in public versus, some people just need kind of their own thought time? How do you balance that?
Well, it's interesting in that, writing a novel is a solitary exercise. I mean, initially for the first draft, it
Right.
definitely is. And after that, you might show successive drafts to other people to get feedback. But when you really get down to it at the beginning, it's a solitary exercise where it's you and the paper or you and the computer, and you're going at it. When I wrote it, I found that sitting alone in my apartment at the time, I just was stalled. I had a lot of notes, I had a lot of things I wanted to do, but I needed something. And it occurs to me now that looking back that I used to be an actor, and I would do theater, and I would also do industrial films and commercials, things like that. And when you're an actor, the camera doesn't give you any feedback, doesn't give you any energy back, but an audience on the stage, when you're on the stage, does. Well, I found the same thing with writing. I would go every day after work, I would get a quick bite, go down to Starbucks on the plaza here in Kansas City, and set up my laptop. And I was one of those cliched guys who's writing his novel on his laptop.
Looking for the power outlet.
Yes, oh yeah. And by the way, that's a whole other interview talking about trying to find the power outlet. We all know about that. And there were days or evenings when I would write 3 hours straight. I would go through a cup of coffee, or I would start my cup of coffee, and I'd look up 2 hours later, my coffee was cold, I hadn't looked around at all, but I had absorbed all this noise and all this energy from the people in there. There'd be other times when I'd be a little stuck, and I'd just look around, do a little people watching. And there's actually a bit or two in the book where I actually lifted something I saw in the Starbucks and transposed it into a scene with one of my characters. So it's kind of crass what he said, but it worked.
Well, it's kind of like taking a random input and, okay, I'll use that as the springboard for a creative idea.
Starbucks as your subconscious is a thing I just think about a little bit.
It is interesting. And you're doing the sequel now to Pilot's Cross, but you're saying you're writing it at home, and it's a different dynamic.
Well, my life's changed. I've started my own firm, Alexander G. Public Relations, and it's out of my house. And so it just goes with that I would write at home. I choose a certain amount of time to work on the business, and I still work on Pilot's Key, the sequel to the book. And I'm running into the same problem. I'm alone in that house. I can do my work in the house.
Right.
My public relations work with my clients, there's no problem. But writing the fiction, I guess I need the reflected glow. I need the audience.
Well, and we're out and about, so maybe there'll be some inspiration today. For you wondering who read the recent post, this is not the South American Brainzooming headquarters. We're actually at a Panera today. But it also happens to be Read an eBook Week. So go out to pilotscross.com. That's Alex's book. Buy it, read it, enjoy it. It's a very interesting start, and someday we'll do another post about sort of the genesis of that idea. So
that'd be great. And hey, you can get it for half off just this week. So this will be up on Friday, I guess. So you've got till Saturday midnight and get the book for half off, and it's still relatively inexpensive. You're going to get it a lot cheaper than you're going to get it at a bookstore, because you can't find it at a bookstore.
Very good. So this has been Alex Greenwood and talking about creativity out in public on Brainzooming. Thanks a lot, Alex. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.